The Toronto Raptors are making moves as the team waived DJ Carton yesterday, and eyes were pointing to what the next move would be for the Toronto Raptors, and now we know what it is. And it's a sneaky good pickup as Canadian AJ Lawson has been signed to this Toronto Raptors team on a two-way contract, and this guy's been dominant in the G League, but not only that, he's actually had some very solid stints out there at the actual NBA level. So bringing him in at a two-way contract, just on top of the fact he's a hometown hero, coming back to play in Toronto is going to be a very, very interesting prospect to cover, to follow, and frankly has a ton of high upside. So we'll break down this signing, what impact it can have on the Toronto Raptors, and why, like Masai Ujiri's done, especially over the past season or so, finding diamonds in the rough out there at that sort of two-way, the free agent market to build and bolster this roster. So lots of stuff to break down. Before we do, folks, we have an exciting announcement as this video is brought to you by Rentals.ca, who are proud partners of Team Canada. While they've been supporting our national team defend their home court in international competition, they've been helping thousands of Canadians find their home court all across the country. Whether you're in Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, Calgary, Halifax, Winnipeg, Mississauga, Edmonton, Victoria, St. John's, from coast to coast, Rentals.ca helps you find the perfect place and price for you. Their website is clean, it's extremely easy to use, and you can pinpoint exactly on the map where you're looking to move, what destination you're trying to find, and find the perfect place to move. Whether it's a condo, a house, apartment, whatever you're looking for, Rentals.ca has it. So check them out in the pinned comment as well as the description down below. And shout out to Rentals.ca for supporting our national team big time, for supporting Digest Media, the Raptors Digest big time, but most importantly, supporting Canadians all across the country, not just in that list of cities, all across the country. Wherever you are, Rentals.ca can find the perfect place for you. But we found some guy, another guy found his home. He's going to need Rentals.ca. Hopefully, long-term, Rentals spot as AJ Lawson has signed with the Toronto Raptors. And when I saw this, I was really amped up. Now, of course, we saw Masai Ujiri yesterday. If you didn't see the video, ended up waiving DJ Carton, which did suck to see as Carton did have some high potential, but dealt with so many injuries, didn't get a full opportunity to come out there and get some run. And we weren't sure whether a guy would be pulled from the 905 somewhere else in the G League or setting up a bigger move. Well, the Raptors came out and they didn't waste any time bringing in AJ Lawson, who really has been a phenomenal player. So we'll break down the report as the Raptors have agreed to a two-way deal with AJ Lawson, as league sources have told Hoops Hype. Basically, Lawson averaged 24 points per game, 6.6 rebounds and 2.5 assists, and 1.3 steals for the Long Island Nets out there in the G League this season. The Canadian native returns home. So the man is from Brampton. So he's had a relationship with the Toronto Raptors for a very long time, and I was pretty amped up to see him actually come into this Raptors group and come in, because he's an actual NBA guy, right? When we saw DJ Carton getting waived, it's like, oh, we'll pull someone up from the G League, and yes, he was pulled from the G League, so that's the reality of it. But this guy has had some legitimate stints out there in the NBA and has been effective in those stints. So basically, taking a look at it, and firstly, it's a nice, cool story where the Raptors assigned Brampton's own AJ Lawson when he was interviewed in his pre-draft workouts by The Shift, came out and said that it would be a dream come true to play for the Toronto Raptors. And Toronto Raptors, they're dropping lingo, all that type of stuff. So, he wanted to be a Raptor, he wants to be here, and now he's finally with this team. But he's been an effective basketball player out there at the NBA level. AJ Lawson, he's played, multiple seasons. He's played 57 games out there in the NBA. He's 6'6", 179 pounds, and still very young, only 24 years old. So, again, not a rookie, but it's still a very high upside player that the Raptors are bringing in out there at their two-way spot. And, he's played a lot of places, played across Canada and stuff, but looking at his stats, he's been very, very solid. He's played for the Minnesota Timberwolves as well as the Dallas Mavericks. And last season in particular for the Dallas Mavericks, averaged 3.2 points per game, 1.2 rebounds, 0.2 steals. Again, not crazy high amount of minutes, 7.4 minutes, but was a rotation guy, played some legitimate games for the Dallas Mavericks as they dealt with some injuries over the course of last season, 7.4 minutes per night. So this guy wasn't a complete nobody, a complete just zero NBA experience, getting just absolute garbage time run. He got some run out there for the Dallas Mavericks, and he's been an interesting player, right? His shooting percentages, you'd like them to be a little bit higher, right? Only shooting, for 26% from the three-point line, not a crazy crazy, insane high sample size. Shot 40%, in his first NBA season. So it's tough to really gauge out there just out on that fact. But takes him for all of the court, and most of his three-point shots are from, the corner three. So, again, AJ Lawson can score in a hurry, can do different stuff, and if you're not familiar, so played with the Dallas Mavericks, former Raptors Digest alumni Marcel gave me a little scouting report on him. Basically, apparently this guy's pure hustle. So, he's an effective scorer. He can score from all different places. He can shoot. He can do different stuff. He's probably an average defender, according to Marcel, but basically he is a workhorse. So he comes out and really just became a fan favorite for the Dallas Mavericks when he was out there playing down there in Dallas. So really was just a guy that the fans really gravitated to. He'd come in different games and just be an impact player, would make his impact felt out there on these games. He got the nickname The Law. As the Law, you come out there and just be a guy that's motivated. Come out there. The Law is apparently his nickname down there at the Dallas Mavericks. Could be something Marcel made up, but very, very interesting signing for the Toronto Raptors here because, again, has NBA experience, Canadian. It's a two-way contract, so he's going to be playing with the Toronto Raptors as well as the Raptors 905. And of course, feels like the 905, they're really leaning into bringing in a lot of Canadians, giving some opportunities to guys that are out there in Canada, which again makes the games a little more interesting, especially at the G League level. Trying to see these Canadian prospects really perform and do different things out there for your squad. So I like to see that. I think that's a positive direction to go, especially for out of 5. We have some Canadians, of course, on the actual roster as well, but AJ Lawson's a guy I think can legitimately have some opportunities, especially with the multitude of injuries that the Raptors have sustained over the course of this year. And as the season goes along, we all know what happens to teams that don't have a great record. At the end of the season, they forcefully take people out of the lineup. And while he does play a position that is pretty built up by this Raptors squad, of course, at that shooting guard, that wing spot. Right now we have RJ Barrett, we have Ochai Agbaji, we have Gradey Dick. Scottie Barnes is still kind of a wing player, forward wing, whatever you want to sort of, however you define the positions out there in current basketball. He did get rid of DJ Card, so that's another sort of opening fill. Bruce Brown still on this roster. Jacoby Walters on this roster. He's been playing with a point guard. Davion Mitchell, Jamal Shead, all guys that have played the 1-2 combo guard spot area. So it is a position that is pretty filled for this Raptors team. But of course, we've seen this squad enough over the course of this season. So many guys are in and out of the lineup, of course. Now Scottie Barnes out for an extended period of time that everyone, all hands are on deck in terms of minutes and stuff that's going around for this Raptors group. So don't be surprised to see AJ Lawson actually get some rotation minutes for the team and have an opportunity to become a rotation player, to become a guy that's in the squad, because frankly, he was a fan favorite. People liked him down at the Dallas Mavericks. They have a pretty loaded roster, so they didn't really give him much of an opportunity. There wasn't much room for him to blossom, to shine with the Dallas Mavericks. But, bringing Canadians home that have some high upside, that has some potential, definitely gets me excited. So very happy with the selection. I think this is an upgrade over DJ Carton. I think this is a positive. I mean, you look at the G League stats, right? Mike Scotto laid him out there for us, right? 24 points, 6.6 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 1.53 steals. He hustles. He does different things out there on the basketball court. He's average defender, which, we'll see how that shakes out. 6'6", is very athletic, can do different things, and brings the hustle, brings the energy, which you love to see. So, exciting stuff. We'll see how it all plays out. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Are you happy with this move? Filling up this two-way spot right away. Were you disappointed it wasn't, Kennedy Chandler, one of those Raptors 905 guys? Right now, obviously he'll be a 905 guy. AJ Lawson will be now being a two-way player. But let me know in the comment section down below. Anyways, you guys are the best. I'm signing out. Cheers.